Hey folks, Mr. Modern Survival here. Alright, it's scenario time. Some type of wide-scale EMP attack, nuclear, wide-scale nuclear attack, some type of socio-economic breakdown has taken place, and here you are. Maybe you were at school, maybe you were at work. You've got to get home, and you got to get home quick. Things are going to start to deteriorate very fast when the people in society who tend to prey on those who are weak and those that they feel like they can victimize. When the criminal element in this town figures out that when the sun goes down, there's no electricity, and people's cars have been the electrical systems have been disabled. They're not able to drive. When they figure out that people have been crippled and weakened, people like you who are away from home and need to get home, they're going to take that first opportunity they get to victimize you and to rob you, loot, rape, kill, destroy. Anything they can do to make you a victim, they're going to do it. You've got to get home quick. Me, I'm 32 years old. I've got 4 kids and a wife at home. I work 55 miles away from home. So guess what? Look what I'm doing. I'm out in the woods. I'm humping home. I'm avoiding the highways. I'm avoiding the interstates. I'm avoiding the main thoroughfares where I know that the criminals are going to be preying on people. So I've got me a map. I've got me a route mapped out previously that I had already predetermined that it's going to get me home. If you've watched some of my earlier videos, you know I've already got my laminated maps. I've got my compass bearings already mapped out. I know how I can get home. But guess what happened? I expended a lot of energy in the last few hours getting halfway there. Now, I'm only halfway home, and there's a problem. It's getting dark. You can see it's going to get really, really cold tonight. It's December 5th, 2011. We had a warm day today in the mountains of North Carolina. We had a day that day was about 65 to 70 degrees during the peak of the heat, and that's hot for December. So I sweated all day long, and guess what? It's going to be about 31 or 32 degrees when the sun goes down tonight. So hypothermia is a very real threat for me tonight. And so you might say, well, why don't you just build a fire? Why don't you just get you some firewood? You've got in your bug out bag there, Mr. Modern Survival. You've got all you need. You've got your fire starting kits. You've got a lighter. You've got matches. You've got a flint. Anything. You just all kinds of means to start a fire. But there's another problem. I've been hearing gunfire from right over top of the ridge on the other side here. I have no more energy left to give. I can't take another step. It's getting ready to be dark, so I definitely can't get far enough away to feel really comfortable building a fire and drawing that kind of attention to myself. I definitely don't feel comfortable enough, as tired as I am, and as much energy and that initial adrenaline rush, the physiological change that took place in me when I realized that, hey, this is it. We've been attacked, and I've got to get home. That fear that caused that big endorphin rush in my brain has just drained my body of all the energy that I had. And so now I've got to bed down. I've got to have some rest, but I've also got to stay warm. What do? Well, I can't build a fire. Guess what's going to save me? In my bug out bag, I have this handy dandy cold weather kit. You see that right there? This is a cold weather survival kit. This is a hypothermia prevention and management kit put out by North American Rescue Products Incorporated. This thing contains one heat reflective shell, also known as a heat blanket. It has one self-heating shell liner and a heat reflective skull cap. Look what's in here. Here I've got one that's been opened up. It's got this cap, heat reflective, help hold your body heat in there. It's got this outer shell. It's got this outer shell right here as I drop it on my camera. It's got this outer blanket right here, and inside that outer blanket here, this right here is what's going to keep me warm and keep me from getting hypothermia tonight. It's already been shrink wrapped, vacuum sealed in there. This entire blanket is made of ready heat, and as soon as I open this thing up, as soon as I crack this bad boy open, it's going to start getting warm. I'm going to put it on the inside of this shell liner. I'm going to put that cap on my head. I'm going to get in my sleeping bag, and I'm going to curl up and be quiet. And I'm going to stave off hypothermia, and I'm going to survive the night without a fire. There's your scenario. Some things you need to be thinking about. If you're bugging out and it's December, you're going to need to keep warm, but you're not always going to be able to build a fire. You can't always fight fire with fire. Sometimes you have to outsmart the bad guys. You have to outsmart the elements by being a little bit creative. So go get you one of these cold weather kits. Get online, get on the internet, get somewhere, because this scenario could be a reality very soon. This is Mr. Modern Survival. Stay safe, keep prepping. God bless.